Hello students, hope you all doing well. So here I'm Gargi Pawar, Assistant Professor PBA in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Pune. So here I'm back with an online lecture series on company account subject. So let's start with lecture. In today's lecture, we are going to cover Accounting Standard 5. The next topic, that is Accounting Standard 5, and we will also try to discuss Accounting Standard 15 if time allows. But first, we will discuss the Accounting Standard 5. Okay, so let's move on. Let's discuss Accounting Standard 5. Yes. So the name of Accounting Standard 5 is net profit or loss for the period, prior period item, and changes in accounting policy. So there are three terms that we have to understand, and there is three terms in the name of Accounting Standard. First is net profit or loss for the period. Second is prior period items, and third is changes in accounting policy. So we will discuss these three terms, and we'll see the accounting treatment of these three terms. Okay. So what is the accounting rules to record these three terms? Okay. So let's move on. First, see, Accounting Standard 5 deals with the classification and disclosure of specific item in the profit and loss account. The purpose of AS5 is to suggest a classification and disclosure in order to bring uniformity in the preparation and the presentation of statement of net profit or loss across enterprises. So this accounting standard suggests the classification and disclosure requirements. Okay. So this accounting standard specifically gives the requirement of classification and disclosure, that how you classify your expenses or income, and how you disclose the income and expenditure. Okay. So basically, let's understand with an example about the purpose and the objective of this accounting standard. See, if your P&L shows that miscellaneous expenses is for rupees 10 lakhs, okay, आपके P&L में ये show रखा है कि miscellaneous expenses 10 lakh rupees. Now, your P&L is showing net profit of rupees 5 lakhs. So, when a person and when an outsider sees your P&L account, then what will the image create in the mind of that person? अगर कोई outsider person आपका net P&L account देखेगा तो क्या image उसके दिमाग में बनेगी? उसके दिमाग में जो image आएगी that will be कि इस कंपनी का miscellaneous expenses है 10 lakhs का, जबकि profit सिर्फ 5 lakhs का. So that means कि बहुत ज़्यादा miscellaneous expenses हो रहे. At the same time, the miscellaneous expenses में आपके कुछ ऐसे expenses भी हैं जो कि extraordinary type के, extraordinary या exceptional type के. Like exceptional, we can say that in 10 lakh rupees there is 6 lakh rupees of loss by fire. Okay, after miscellaneous expenses जो 10 lakh rupees है उसमें से 5 lakh rupees loss by fire है. Then what will an outsider think? एक outsider सोचेगा कि ये जो 6 lakh miscellaneous expenses जो 10 lakh rupees के हैं उसमें से 6 lakh loss by fire है, और ये loss by fire हर year तो होना नहीं है. It will not occur in each year. ये कुछ exceptional condition थी जो loss by fire हो गया है, तब जाके उस आउटसाइडर के दिमाग में, इन्वेस्टर के दिमाग में आपकी कंपनी की इमेज अच्छी बनी. पहले उसके दिमाग में क्या इमेज थी? यू राइट miscellaneous expenses whole for 10 lakh and you then classify your miscellaneous expenditure. आपने अपने miscellaneous expenditure को classify नहीं किया कि कितना किसके लिए. Okay, and you write totally 10 lakh rupees in miscellaneous expenditure. Now the investor will think कि इस कंपनी की तो expenses, miscellaneous expenses भी बहुत ज्यादा है 10 lakh rupees के, even though profit ही total 5 lakh rupees. तो profit तो 5 lakh rupees का, लेकिन उससे भी ज्यादा miscellaneous expenses and that is 10 lakh rupees. But if you classify your miscellaneous expenses and you write that other expenses is for 4 lakh rupees and loss by fire is for 6 lakh rupees. Okay, आपने miscellaneous expenses को दो head में divide कर दिया, that loss by fire है 6 lakh rupees और other expenses है 4 lakh rupees. Then in that case, the investor will think, investor is very clear in mind that this company is good because जो 6 lakhs का loss by fire है ये तो इस साल हुआ है. It's not possible कि हर साल हो, ऐसा नहीं होगा कि ये हर साल होगा loss by fire. Okay, तो कहीं ना कहीं उसके दिमाग में, इन्वेस्टर के दिमाग में अब आपकी कंपनी की अच्छी कंपनी, and now he can invest in your company. So basically it's AS5 says that you have to divide your expenditure or classify your expenditure as per the requirement. So AS5 आपको देते हैं कि आपको अपने एक्सपेंडिचर्स को क्लासिफाई करना चाहिए, उसके बाद डिस्क्लोज करना चाहिए. Okay, so basically AS5 gives the classification and disclosure requirements for the expenditure and incomes in P&L account or balance sheet also. And classification of assets and liability is balance sheet also. Okay. Now see, statement of P&L comprises of following items: profit from extraordinary items. So what was the profit from extraordinary? Now AS5 gives some classification criteria that will be as follows. Statement of P&L comprises the following items: profit from extraordinary items. So AS5 says you should divide your expenditure in extraordinary items and ordinary items. Okay. So first item is profit from extraordinary items. So what do you mean by extraordinary item? So see, profit from extraordinary item means profit and loss from a frequent transaction not related to business. For example, so extraordinary items basically क्या होंगे, which is not related your normal course of business. तो आपके normal course of business से related expenses नहीं होंगे, that will be included in extraordinary expenses or extraordinary items. Okay, so let's see, there are some examples like loss by earthquake, loss by theft, loss from fire. So these are extraordinary items and these are the extraordinary losses, extraordinary expenses. Okay, so you should mention these expenses or these losses separately. You should classify your total expense between extraordinary items and ordinary. Okay, so you should classify your total expenses in extraordinary items, ordinary items, so you can clearly show the investors that the expenses, there is loss for earthquake, there is a loss for theft, there is a loss for fire, etc. Extraordinary items should be disclosed in P&L statement in such a way that the impact on profit or loss may be seen. तो आपको इनको डिस्क्लोज करना चाहिए, इस वे में डिस्क्लोज करना चाहिए कि आपका एक्चुअल सिचुएशन क्या है आपके प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस की, that can be seen. Okay. Yes. Now let's move on. Second items are profit or loss from ordinary items. So these are items of profit and loss arising from ordinary transaction, which is related to your normal course of business. The items which is related to your normal course of business. These are principal revenues generating items and items incidental to it. These items can be two types. First, disclosure of certain items in ordinary activities. Yes. So let's see. So ordinary item may be can be two types. First is the items whose disclosure is required, and second is items whose disclosure is not required. So let's see, disclosure of certain items or ordinary activities. The nature and amount of items of income and expenditure within profit or loss from ordinary activities may be disclosed separately. This must be done if the size, nature, or incidence of such activity is such that the disclosure is important. It is important in terms of describing the performance of enterprises for given period. So, what these lines say is, these lines specifically says that you must done this, you must disclose your ordinary activities or extraordinary activities when the size of that item or nature or incident is such that the disclosure is important. अगर उनका disclosure आपके items, ordinary items ऐसे हैं जिसका disclosure की requirement है, जिसका disclosure important है, तो ही आपको उनको disclose करना है. Otherwise, there is no requirement of disclosure. So let's see कौन से ऐसे expenses होंगे, कौन से ऐसे items होंगे जिनका disclosure required होता है और जिनका नहीं होता है as per the accounting standard 12. So let's see items whose disclosure is required. So following are ordinary items whose disclosure is required. So let's see. First is profit or loss on sale of fixed assets. Profit or loss on sale of investment. Litigation expenses. Litigation statement expenses. Reversal or provision of reconstruction. Decline value of inventory. So these 6 are your important other ordinary items which you have to require to disclose. Which you have required to disclose. Okay. तो ये 6 आइटम्स ऐसे हैं जिनके डिस्क्लोजर यानी आपको डिस्क्लोज करना, आपके बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट में मेंटेन करना जरूरी है. आपके P&L में मेंटेन करना, डिस्क्लोज करना मैंडेटरी है. important impact डालेंगे आपके profit and loss. Okay, so these items are the items whose disclosure is required. Okay, now items whose disclosure is not required, other than ordinary items, are not required to disclose. They can show in other expenses. So if see, if you have the expenses or items other than these items, then there is not required to disclose these expenses separately. You can show them as other expenses. So आपको other expenses में लिख देना, total other expenses में expenses को लिख देना other than these items. But in the case of these items, you have to show them separately. Okay, so इन items के case में आपको separately show करना है. और इनके अलावा कोई अदर आइटम्स है तो उनको आप एज अदर एक्सपेंसेस लिख सकते हैं, उनको आप अंडर द हेडिंग अदर एक्सपेंसेस लिख सकते हैं. ओके, so this is the disclosure requirement of the ordinary activity. Okay, and what is the disclosure requirement of extraordinary items? That the extraordinary items you have always show in the P&L separately. Okay, yes. Now let's move on. Now see, there is a term which we have discussed, that changes in accounting policy. So changes in accounting policy, there is a two part of this. We will classify changes in accounting policy in two parts, that is changes in accounting estimate and changes in accounting policy. So first see the changes in accounting estimate. So what is the changes in accounting policy? I think I'm missing one term, that is prior period. Prior period. So see, I have already told you that in name of the accounting standard we have three terms. First, net profit and loss for the period. So we have discussed already the net profit and loss for the period. Now we will discuss second term, that is prior period items. Then we will discuss the changes in accounting policy. So first we will see the prior period items. Okay. So let's move on. Prior period items. Prior period items are the items of income or expenditure relating to earlier years not recorded in previous year due to error and omission. These items should be disclosed in P&L account in such a way that its impact on profit and loss should be seen. So see what happens if in a previous year you have forgot to record any expense or any income, or there is any error to record any income and expenditure, then you can rectify that error and omission by disclosing that expense and income in this year's P&L. Okay, so in previous year, अगर previous year में कोई expenses या income किसी error या omission की वजह से रह गई है, किसी error या omission की वजह से रह गई है record होने से, तो आप क्या कर सकते हैं, इस year में उस P&L में उसको record कर सकते हैं. But you have to really mention that this expenses is related from previous year. Okay, और this income is related to previous year. बेसिकली मेंशन कर दीजिएगा P&L अकाउंट में कि ये जो इनकम है एक्सपेंडिचर है वो प्रीवियस ईयर से रिलेटेड है, सो दैट आपका प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस का फेयर व्यू एक सीन हो सके, फेयर व्यू आ सके, क्लियर एंड फेयर व्यू आ सके. ओके, so what do you mean that prior period items, if there is some items which you have forget, or there is an error to record in previous year, then you can record that expenses or income in this year's. Okay, you can disclose that expenses that is related to last year or income that is related to last year to this year's P&L, and specifically mention that this expenses or this income is related to last year, so that your true and fair view may be seen of your figure. Okay. Yes. Now next one is changes in accounting policy. So there is third term we have already discussed, net profit and loss for the period. Prior period items. Now the changes in accounting policy. So we will divide this term into two parts. First will be changes in accounting estimates, and second is changes in accounting policy. So let's see what you understand by changes in accounting estimates. So accounting estimates means provision whichever any change required in amount of provision, such change is called change in accounting estimates. So see कुछ ऐसे एक्सपेंडिचर होते हैं जिनका आप पहले से एस्टिमेशन लगाते हैं और उन एस्टिमेशन के बेसिस पे उनके लिए प्रोविजन बनाते हैं. So let's see we have made a provision like provision for depreciation. You have ever heard कि हम एक प्रोविजन बनाते हैं the name of provision for depreciation. तो वो depreciation का provision हम कैसे बनाते हैं? estimate life देते हैं, estimate life of the asset. उसके बेसिस पे जैसे एक estimated life है एक मशीन की या एक प्रॉपर्टी या एक एसेट की estimated life है 10 years. Now it may be कि वो 10 years तक वो मशीन चले ना, वो obsolete हो जाए या कोई और उसमें प्रॉब्लम हो जाए, वो आउट ऑफ ट्रेंड हो जाए या कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है. तो वो मशीन अब चली ओनली फॉर 8 years. वो मशीन आपकी रन करेगी सिर्फ 8 years के लिए, उसकी लाइफ सिर्फ 8 years के लिए. उसके बाद वो obsolete हो गई है, वो आउट ऑफ मार्केट हो गई, तो आपको उसको चेंज करना पड़ेगा. So you estimated that the life of that asset is 10 years, but what is the actual situation? The life of machine is only 8 years. तो आपके estimation में changes आया कहीं ना कहीं, और estimation में change आने की वजह से आपकी accounting policies में भी change आएगा, आपकी accounting amount जो आपने provision जो बनाया था उसके amount में भी changes आएगा. ठीक, तो accounting estimation में अगर कोई change आता है उसकी वजह से आपके accounting policies में आपको change करना पड़ता है. Okay, so accounting estimates, like you estimate some amount that they say machine will be run for 10 years, the life of machine is 10 years, but the life of that machine is 8 years or 7 years or 6 years. Then in that case, due to change in estimates, the amount of the provision will also be affected, or the amount will be changed. Okay, तो अगर accounting estimates में आपको change हुआ तो उसकी वजह से आपकी accounting policies में change होगा. जैसे प्रोविजन को डेप्रिसिएशन में अगर आपके चेंजेस हुआ तो आपके मेथड ऑफ डेप्रिसिएशन में भी चेंजेस होगा. अभी तक आप उसको 10 इयर्स में डिवाइड कर देते डेप्रिसिएशन को. दैट सी if you have you purchase assets for rupees 10 lakhs. Now you think the estimate life of that machine is 10 years. Now for the depreciation you divide 10 lakhs in 10 equal installments for SLM basis. Okay, तो आपने हर साल depreciation लगाया 1 lakh 1 lakh 1 lakh, पर वो मशीन ऑब्सोलीट हो गई 8 years में. तो नाउ आपका अमाउंट चेंज होगा, और अमाउंट चेंज होगा आपका, और उसकी वजह से आपके अकाउंटिंग पॉलिसी में भी चेंज आएगा. दैट इज आपके एसएलएम बेसिस पे आपने जो डेप्रिसिएशन कैलकुलेट किया था वो कहीं ना कहीं रॉन्ग हो जाएगा, और आपको अपने अकाउंटिंग पॉलिसी अपना मेथड ऑफ डेप्रिसिएशन चेंज करना पड़ेगा. तो अकाउंटिंग एस्टिमेशन में चेंज होने की वजह से ही अकाउंटिंग पॉलिसी भी चेंज होता है. नाउ next is changes in accounting policy. So see, enterprises are not freely allowed to change accounting policy. This is the important thing, that enterprises are not freely allowed to change accounting policy. It means आप कभी भी enterprise का मन चाहा, किसी भी organization का मन चाहा, कभी भी SLM basis पे लगा लिया depreciation, फिर next day WDV पे लगा लिया, फिर वापस SLM पे आ गए, फिर WDV पे आ गए, then LEC पे आ गए. So you are not freely to change, you are not freely allowed to change your accounting policy. तो आप इतना फ्रीली अलाउड नहीं हो अपने अकाउंटिंग पॉलिसीज को लेकर चेंज करने को लेकर. ओके, तो अ बिजनेस एंटिटी कैन चेंज एन अकाउंटिंग पॉलिसी ओनली इफ सच अ चेंज. सिर्फ इन्हीं कंडीशंस में आप अपनी पॉलिसीज को चेंज कर सकते हो. इफ चेंज इज रिक्वायर्ड बाय द स्टैट्यूट, दैट मींस इफ द स्टेटमेंट इज रिक्वायर्ड बाय एनी लॉ और एनी स्टैट्यूटरी बॉडी. ओके, if it is required to comply with an accounting standard, अगर आपको अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड में ये रिक्वायर्ड है कि आपको चेंजेस करने, जैसे अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड में ही कोई चेंजेस आ गए, अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड में ही पॉलिसीज में कुछ चेंजेस कर दिए, तो उसे आपको करना कंपल्सरी है. एंड वुड हेल्प इन प्रेजेंटिंग फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट एप्रोप्रिएटली. अगर आप उसकी वजह से आपने जो चेंजेस किए हैं उसकी वजह से अगर आप अपने फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट को एप्रोप्रिएटली शो कर पाते, आपकी चीजें ज्यादा अच्छे तरीके से क्लियर हो पाती है अपनी अकाउंटिंग पॉलिसीज को चेंज करने से, तो आप ऐसा कर सकते हैं. अदरवाइज in any other situation you are not allowed to change, you are not really allowed to change the accounting policy. Okay, तो सिर्फ इन 3 कंडीशंस में आप अपनी अकाउंटिंग पॉलिसीज को चेंज कर सकते हैं. अदर किसी कंडीशंस में आप अपनी अकाउंटिंग पॉलिसीज को चेंज नहीं कर सकते. एंड when you will change your accounting policy, you have to clearly disclose that we are going to change our accounting policy. Previously we are charging depreciation on SLM basis, now we are going to charge depreciation on WDV method. Okay, so you have to clearly mention the changes in accounting policy. So see, whenever there is change in accounting policy, then disclose. आपको क्या क्या disclose करना पड़ेगा जब आप accounting policy change करेंगे तो? Then old policy, and you have to disclose that we are charging depreciation till now on SLM method. Now disclose about the new policy. New policy means now you have to disclose that from now onwards we will follow the method of reason of changes in policy. Now you have to disclose clearly that what is the reason of changes in policy. The reason may be it is required by any statutory body or any law or any government. Is it required to comply with an accounting standard or would help in presenting your financial statement appropriately. So you have to mention any of the reasons that falls of changes of accounting policy और इफेक्ट ऑफ सच चेंजेस. आपने जो चेंजेस करे हैं उनका इफेक्ट क्या होगा, चार चीजें आपको मेंशन करनी पड़ेगी इफ यू चेंज योर अकाउंटिंग पॉलिसी. ओके, ये चार चीजें आपको डिस्क्लोज करनी पड़ेगी अपने पेपर अकाउंट. ओके, यस, नाउ सी देयर इज अ पॉइंट that is changes in accounting policy having a material or immaterial impact. Changes in accounting policy having a significant impact must be declared in the financial statement. Further, the effect of and the adjustment arising from such changes which are significant in nature must be declared in the financial statement the period in which such changes take place. तो अगर ये मटेरियल नेचर की है जिनकी वजह से कोई इम्पैक्ट, कोई मेजर इम्पैक्ट पड़ रहा है आपके प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस पे या आपकी एक्टिविटीज पे, देन you have to clearly mention, you have to clearly disclose that ये पॉलिसी से हमारा मटेरियल इम्पैक्ट पड़ रहा है और क्या इम्पैक्ट पड़ रहा है. ओके, this is done to show the impact of such changes during the given period. In cases where the impact of such a change cannot be determined, the fact with regards to the same should be also be what is this? This is done to show the impact of such changes during the given period. In cases where the impact of such changes cannot be determined, the fact with regard the same should also be declared. Yes. तो जब अगर आपको पता है कि इस चेंजेस का क्या इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा इस गिवन पीरियड में, तो यू हैव टू क्लियरली मेंशन दैट अमाउंट. अगर आप इस अमाउंट का एक्सप्लेनेशन नहीं लगा पाते, अमाउंट डिटरमाइन नहीं कर पाते कि इसका क्या इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा, एग्जैक्टली इसका इम्पैक्ट आप डिटरमाइन नहीं कर पाते, तो यू हैव टू पुट द फैक्ट्स दैट आपको ये डिक्लेयर करना पड़ेगा कि स्टिल वी आर नॉट एबल टू आइडेंटिफाई द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ these changes on any activity or our profit and loss. तो आपको ये बेसिकली मेंशन करना पड़ेगा कि इस अकाउंटिंग पॉलिसी के चेंज करने की वजह से क्या इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा, ये अभी तक हम एस्टिमेट नहीं लगा पाए. ठीक है. Further, changes made in accounting policy not having significant impact on the financial statement for the current period but are anticipated to have significant impact on future period must be declared in the period in which the changes are adopted. So if there is no significant impact of financial statement of changes in accounting policy in current year, but impact will be there in future years, then you have to mention, you have to disclose that changes in current year. Okay, तो जिस ईयर में आपने चेंजेस करे हैं उस ईयर में आपको उसको डिस्क्लोज करना पड़ेगा. ऑल्दो इस ईयर में उसको कोई इम्पैक्ट नहीं पड़ रहा, उसका इम्पैक्ट फ्यूचर में पड़ने वाला है, लेकिन फिर भी आपको ये डिस्क्लोज करना पड़ेगा बिकॉज क्योंकि इसका इम्पैक्ट आपका फ्यूचर में पड़ने वाला है. ओके, सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट